Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to present a very important topic that is helps us improve our English communication skills in a simple and effective way. Before we start this session, let me introduce myself. Myself, Sri Varsha from Wales School of Maritime Studies. In our life, we use English to speak, read, and write, but many students can face difficult because they do not have enough vocabulary and they are not confident in forming correct sentence. So today I'll be explaining in two important concepts, which are vocabulary development and jumble sentence. Vocabulary helps us to understand, use different words properly, while jumble sentence helps us to arrange words in the correct order to form a meaningful sentence. Both of these very essential for improving our grammar and communication skills. In this presentation, I'll explain the meaning, types, importance, and different strategies to improve vocabulary. I'll also give some examples to what helps you understand easily. After that, I'll explain that jumble sentence or why they are important. So, why they are important. That is, grammar and communication skills in this presentation. I'll explain the meanings, types, importance, and different strategies to improve vocabulary. So, I'll also give some examples and simple activities to you understand easily. After that, I'll explain that jumble sentence are why they are important and how can we solve them step by step. Okay. Um, I'll help you also include some practical activities to make learning more interesting. The session will be interactive, so I may ask you some questions to check your understanding level. By the end of this presentation, you will be able to learn new words, then in sentence and arranging words correctly. This will help you become more confident in English. So let us begin this session journey in a simple and enjoyable way. Thank you. Vocabulary presented by M. Srivarsha. Now we just move to this slide. The first slide is introduction to vocabulary. Vocabulary means the words we know and use. It helps in speaking, writing, reading, and listening. Strong vocabulary improves communication skills. Example, happy. I feel happy today. Wait, so now let me see the detailed explanation to this. Vocabulary is the collection of words that we use in our daily life. Without vocabulary, we cannot express our thoughts clearly. For example, if a student knows only basic words, they may struggle to explain their ideas. But instead of this, if they know more words, they can speak confidently. For instead of saying, I'm happy, I'm very tired, we can say, I'm exhausted. This makes our communication more effective and interesting. Then we'll move to the other slide, that is types of vocabulary. There are four types of vocabularies here. First one is listening vocabulary. Second one is speaking vocabulary. Third is reading vocabulary. Fourth, writing vocabulary. Now, let me see the keywords for the 4 points. Listening, words we understand when others speak. Speaking, words we use in conversation. Third, reading, words we understand while reading. Fourth, writing, words we use while writing. Now, let me see the examples. You may understand the words delicious, but may not use it often in speaking. So we'll see the expression now. That is, different types of vocabularies helps us in different skills. Listening vocabulary means words we understand when others talk. Speaking vocabulary includes the words we use while taking, which means talking. Reading vocabulary is what we understand while reading books or newspapers. Writing vocabulary is used when we write sentences or essays. Example, you may understand the word fantastic while listening, but you may not use it while speaking. So we need to practice all four types of sentence in regular weeks. We'll move to the next slide. That is importance of vocabulary. There are four types of vocabulary. That is improves communication. Second, helps in academic success. Third, builds confidence. Fourth, enhance reading and writing skills. Now, let's see the short explanation and as well as example also. Now we'll see the explanation. Strong vocabulary can perform better in exams and communicate effectively in real life. Okay, now let's see the example. Instead of seeing very big, we can see huge. It's a little moderate. Let me see the explanation for this. Different types of vocabulary helps as a different yes what different types of communications, confidence, and academic success. For example, vocabulary plays a very important role in our day-to-day life. It helps us express ideas clearly and correctly. Listen, students, with good vocabulary perform better in exams and presentations too. It also improves confidence. For example, instead of saying very good, you can say excellent or outstanding. This makes your speech more powerful and professional. Now, let's see the other slide, that is synonyms. It has another name called as similar words. Words with similar meaning. Example, happy, joyful, big, large, fast, quick. Explanation for this. Synonyms help us avoid repetition and make speech interesting. Example for this, she's happy. She is joyful. While synonyms are words with similar meanings. Now let's see the detailed explanation for this. Synonyms help us avoid repeating the same word again and again. They make our speech and writing more interesting. For example, instead of always using the word angry, we can use furious or upset. This improves language quality and make communication more effective. We'll move to the next slide, that is antonyms. It is also called as opposite words. Words can with opposite meanings. Examples, hot, cold, big, small, easy, difficult, good. Explanation. Antonyms help understand construct and meaning. Now, let's see the brief and short explanation details. That is, antonyms are words with opposite meanings, as we discussed in previous. Antonyms helps us understand contrast in meaning. They are useful in describing situations clearly. For example, instead of explaining something as not happy, we can simply say sad. Learning antonyms improves thinking and understanding of words. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here, right? Okay. Let me see the other slide. That is homonyms. Words that sound the same but have different meanings. Now, guys, listen. It's a very important topic. We have to concentrate more on this. For example, bat, animal by sports equipment. Right? Correct. But direction. These words can confuse learners, so context is important. Now let me see the detailed explanation. Homonym sounds the same but have different meaning, right? So homonyms can confuse learners. While reading this, we have to be very clear because they sound the same but meaning very different things. For example, the word left can mean direction or past tense of leave. So understanding context is very important to use them correctly. We'll move to the next slide, that is prefix and suffix. Prefix added at the beginning, suffix added at the end. For example, un plus happy is equal to what? Unhappy. That's right. Care plus full. Careful. Explanation. They help to form new words and understand meanings easily. They are added to words to change meaning. Prefix are added at the beginning and suffix and added at the end of the word. They help us form new words easily. For example, adding this to agree become disagree. Similarly, adding any essence to happy becomes what? Happiness. Great. This helps expand vocabulary quickly. We'll move to the other slide, that is contextual learning. Learning words through sentence and situations. Example, the boy was exhausted after running. So, what is the meaning for exhausted? Very tired. Let me see the explanation now. Can get meanings from context instead of memorizing. Context learning means understanding words through situations instead of memorizing meanings. For example, in the sentence, she was starving after skipping lunch. We can use that starving means very hungry. This method is easy and effective. Now let's see the another example, that is vocabulary learning strategies. Now we'll see the 5 strategies. The first one is re-adding, which means adding books daily. Okay, second, watching English videos. Third, using a dictionary. Fourth, practicing daily conversations. Fifth, learning 5 new words daily. Regular practice is the key to improving vocabulary. If you're just doing the 5 things in day-to-day life lessons, we can also able to communicate and improve your vocabulary as much as possible. Way to improve vocabulary, as I said, For example, learning 3 new words daily and using them in sentence helps long-term memory. Now we'll see the exercises. These activities helps you understand meaningful usage and sentence formation. For example, matching words with meaning improves understandings while fill in the blanks improves usages. Making your own sentence helps in real life communication. Let's start with exercise. Vocabulary exercise. First, match the word with its correct meaning. This part is word. Second part is meaning. Abundant, very small, tiny, in large quantity, brave, not high, rapid, very fast. That's good. You can just take some time to answer my question. Yes. What is the abundant answer? Yes, in large quantity. Good. Tiny, very small. Brave, not fly. Rapid, very fast. So this is the answer. Now let's see the marks. Okay. Choose the correct answers. I'll give the 4 options to you here. The one, happy. Second, difficult. Third, quickly. Fourth, beautiful. The first question. She completed her work. What is the answer? Quickly. Nice. The exam was very dash difficult. The garden looks beautiful. Fourth, he felt dash after hearing the news. Happy, exactly. It's amazing, guys. Now let's see the another part, that is synonyms. Similar words. Write the synonyms for each word. Big. Now you guys have to tell the answers. Big, large, smart, intelligent, fast, quick, happy, joyful. That's great. Now let's read the antonyms. Opposite words. This, I gave you 4 questions here. Now, can you just answer my question? The first, hot, cold, easy, difficult, hard, strong, weak, good. Now, we'll make another activity. That is, make your own sentence. Use each word in the sentence. Honest, creative, improve, important. Here I share the example answers. She is an honest person. I want to improve my English skill. Rest of the 2 questions you guys have to answer. Take some time to think. Mm. We'll move to another session that is filler. She's very dash. Happy. Match the synonyms. Big, large, fast, quick. Find antonyms. What is antonyms for hot? Now, conclusion for this vocabulary session. Vocabulary is important for communication, as we said in the introduction class itself. Practice regularly, use new words daily, and improving vocabulary takes time, but with daily effort. It helps us speak clearly and confidently. Regular practice is the key to success. Even learning small words daily can make a big difference over time. Now, vocabulary session will be over successfully. Then we'll move to the other topic, that is jumbled sentence. Jumbled sentence are mixed up words that need to be arranged properly. This actively helps students understand sentence structure. For example, instead of is she singing, we rearrange to she is singing. Okay. The jumble sentence topic is understanding and practice. Before we start the session, that I share one small mind up to you. You can just see the small glance over it. Jumble sentence. You can classify it into three types. The first, sentence. Second, phrases. Third, jumble sentence. Now we'll see the sentence parts. A sentence is a group of words that makes complete sense. It conveys a clear message. Every sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark, full stop, question mark, or exclamation mark. Example: the girls are playing. Emmett is standing in front of the house. Now we'll move to the second part, that is phrases. Phrases is a group of words that make some sense but not a complete sentence. Example: a shady tree, playing in park, the night number, old home, front of house. The third topic, that is jumbled sentence. Jumbled sentence are formed by words in a mixed or shuffled order. Example: drove, bike, hills, in, the. Now, there's one sentence here, but they literally shuffle the sentence. In opposite side, they give answers also. That is, he drove the bike in hills. Example: play Rohan path in its. Here is the same process. They give the answer here. That is, Rohan is playing in the park. This is the mind map, and as well as your, what to say, that is your keyword. You can easily identify what is what. Now let's see the introduction part. Jumbled sentence are words placed in the wrong order. We need to rearrange them to form meaningful sentence. Helps improve grammar and thinking skills. Now let's see the next session, that is learning objectives. Understand sentence structure. That is the first point. Second point is identify correct word order. Third, improve reading and writing skills. Fourth, practice through activities. These are all the four objectives which we have to follow in our day-to-day life. And the main goal is to help you identify correct word order and improve grammar. It has improved thinking skills when, as a student, practice in regularly, they become faster in forming sentence. So, you guys have to be a practice in regular ways, and you can be able to know what is what. We'll move to the next session, that is, what is sentence? A sentence is a group of words that gives complete meaning. Example, she is happy. She is playing. It must have subject, verb, and object. That is optional. A sentence gives complete meaning, right? So a sentence must have a subject and verb. This is the mandatory. Sometimes it also includes an object. For example, birds fly is a complete sentence. The proper structure, meaning will not be given. Is it so, right? So now let's see the upcoming parts, that is, what are jumbled sentence? Words are mixed up, no proper order, like which I gave you, for example, playing she is. Is it giving the proper meaning? No, because they shuffle the sentence, so it is not giving the proper meaning. So for the right sentences, she is playing. That is a right sentence. Words are mixed around, right? So in general sentence, words are not arranged properly. You must identify the correct order. For example, happy I am. Indicate what I am happy. That is a right answer. We'll move to the another session, that is why learned jumbled sentence. Here that I gave you four sentences for you. That is improves grammar. Second one, enhance sentence formation. Third, helps in exams and communication. Fourth, builds logical thinking. Here, we just want to know the importance of okay, that is grammar and thinking. That is, jumbled sentence helps you understand grammar rules and improves sentence formation. It also helps in exams and daily communications. That is basic sentence structure. We have the three main process. The first step is subject, second verb, third object. That is what that I gave you here, subject plus verb plus object. Example, Ram eats mango. This is the correct order. Now let's see the detailed version of them. No such English sentence follow the structure. For example, the teacher explained the lesson. Understanding this helps solve general sentence easily. We'll move to another session, that is rules to solve jumble sentence. Before we start doing the jumble sentence, we must know the rules and regulations for the jumble sentence. Here that I gave you 4 rules for solve the jumble sentence. First is find the subject first. Second, identify the verb. Third, look for meaningful connections. Fourth, check grammar and punctuations. Find subject, verb, and meanings. So, first, the subject, then verb, then arrange remaining words. Check if the sentence makes sense, which means sense. Also check punctuations. Now, let's see the another example. Which means before we start this, let me tell you one small example activities to you. That is, these activities helps you applying. For example, reading she book is here. What is the correct rearranging words here? Come on, take some time. Yeah, that's good. She is reading a book. Practice improve accuracy and speed. Now, let's see the examples. Jumble is boy the running. Answer, the boy is running. Let's see the other sentence. First question, playing, children, or the. Answer, the children are playing. Third examples, school to goes she. Answer, she goes to school. That is the answer. Now, we'll do the activities here. We'll start the session now, right? First activity for you here that I gave 3 questions to you. You guys have to answer me. The first question, eating apple is he. Second question, book reading I am. Third question, dog barking is the. Take some time to answer my question. That's good. That's the answer now, right? The first answer is he is eating an apple. Good. Second answer, I am reading a book. It's great. Third question, dog barking is the. What is the answer? The dog is barking. That's good. We'll move to another activity. Here also that I gave you three questions. You guys have to tell the answer to me. First question, to market, went, they, the. Second question, beautiful, is, garden, the. Third question, homework, finished, she, her. Take some time. You can answer my question. Yes, that's good. Now we'll see the answers now. That is, first answer is, they went to the market. Good. Second question, beautiful is garden. The this answer, the garden is beautiful. Third question, homework finished. She, her. She finished her homework. That's good. Now let's see the another slide. Hope you guys how to rearrange the sentence. Right. That's great. Now let's see the third activity. Just noted down the three questions. Yesterday, movie, watched, we, always, which means second question, always, early, waits, he, by, up. Third question, playing, football, or they. Take some time. You guys have to answer my question. Yeah, that's great. Your first answer. We watched a movie yesterday. Second answer. He always wakes up early. Third, they are playing football. That's good. So, I hope you guys know what is jumbled words and how to do it in fraction of a seconds, right? First, I gave us activity that you guys take some time to conclude the answer. But after the activity, the second session, somehow to just make it as fast. But third, what you guys have demolished. That's good. Happy to see you this. Then let's see the common mistakes parts. Wrong word orders, missing subject, incorrect verb placements, ignoring punctuations. These are all the mistakes we usually doing in our common mistakes, right? So students, just listen, often place verbs incorrectly or forget subjects. Careful, read details, avoid mistakes. Okay. Then we'll start with another topic. That is well, word formation. Okay. What do you guys know about word formation? Yes, that's good. Words can be formed in different ways. Root words plus prefix plus suffix. Right. So, words formation helps us understand how new words are created. A root word is one base one. When we are add prefix or suffix, the meaning changes. For example, the word appear becomes disappear. When we add the prefix did, similarly adding meant to develop becomes exactly development. This helps you guess meaningfuls easily without memorizing. Okay, so you should not mug up. You can just read the sentence once or twice or thrice, then you can able to know what is what and how we can apply the answer. Okay, it doesn't a big issue at all. You can just focus, and that is matter. Then you can just move to the collocations. Words are that commonly used together, right? So collocations are word combinations that sound natural in English. For example, we say make a decision, not do a decision. Learning collocations improve fluency. Our example is strong coffee instead of powerful coffee. These combinations make speech more natural. Okay, so we'll see the other one. Then phrasal verbs, verb plus prepositions is equal to new meaning. Okay, phrasal verbs are very important in spoken English. They often have meanings different from the original word. For example, give up means to stop trying, and look after means to take care of someone. These are commonly used in daily conversations. Then idioms, expressions with special meaning. Idioms do not mean exactly what their words say. They'll have a different meaning. For example, break the ice means to start a conversation, not literally breaking ice. Learning idioms makes communication more interesting and expressive. Now let's see another word that is one word substitutions. One word replaces our long phrases. Okay, so instead of using long sentence, we can use a single word. For example, a person who writes poems can be replaced with poet. Similarly, a place where books are kept is called a library. This makes communication short and effective. Next one, that is word categories, noun, verbs, adjectives, and verbs. Okay, verbs are divided into categories based on functions. Okay, I repeat, just concentrate this. It's a more and most important one in the list. Words are divided into categories based on their functions. Nouns mean things. Verbs shows actions. Adjectives describe nouns. And verbs describes actions. For example, she speaks softly. Softly is an adverb. Understanding categories improves sentence formation. So, daily vocabulary practice. Practice words including consistency matters. Consistency is important in learning vocabulary. Students just listen should learn 3 to 5 words daily and use them in a sentence. For example, if you learn a word confident, try to use it in a sentence like she is confident while speaking. Daily usage improves memories. So, and just doing the common vocabulary mistakes. That is, avoid wrong usage of words. Students, just listen, often confuse similar words. For example, they and they, which means the both pronunciation is same. Spelling is different. The first I pronounce THEI, there, and the second I pronounce a word that is THEI, there. So, or affect, 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 and EFFECT, affect. Suddenly, if we just pronouncing the word, literally we can feel it as same, but it's not at all same. So understanding correct usage helps avoid mistakes and exams and communication. Now let's see the additional informations of jumbled sentence. That is jumbled of types of jumbled sentence. Simple, complex, and questions. Jumbled sentence can be different types. Some are simple sentence, while others are questions or complex sentence. For example, "Are you coming?" Here, what is the right sentence here? "Are you coming" is it right? No, it's not at all right. The right sentence is "Are you coming?" So, understand types helps arrange one the words correctly. Okay. Identifying keywords. Now here we can just know how can we identify the keywords. Okay. Find the important words first. To solve jumble sentence, identify keywords like subject and verb. These are the backbone of a sentence. For example, a plane is girl. The the keywords are girl and is plane. Okay, so using grammar clues. These are all the main grammar clues. Can just concentrate more here. Use tense and helping verbs. Grammar clues like is, on, must, where help identify correct order. For example, is cooking mother mine. What is correct sentence here? Here they shuffle the sentence like the jumble sentence. Okay, what is the correct sentence here? The mother is cooking, helping verb guide the structure. Okay, rearranging questions. Let's see the rearranging questions. Follow a different order. Questions usually start with helping verbs. For example, you are ready. Are you ready? You are ready is it right? No, it's not at all right. The right answer is are you ready? This is different but normal sentence structure. Okay, so rearranging a negative sentence, which is use not correctly. Okay, negative sentence include not. For example, not he coming. It's he's he's not coming. That is the right answer. Placement of not is important. So coming back to the real life applications, useful in daily communication, jumble sentence practice helps in speaking and writing correctly. For example, while texting or writing word by sending mails, correct answers or that's important. Can just do a speed practice. How in the sense? Improve speed and accuracy. You timed exercises. Can just daily can take some exercises, can just try to solve it and repeat it in his life. Can just per day, can just add it half an hour for this speed practice sessions. This helps them think weekly and improve accuracy. Regular practice increases confidence. If you guys understand this right, then advanced practice levels. I can tell you one longer and complex sentence for you. Can practice longer sentence like after dinner went we for walk. Here, what is the correct sentence here? That is, we went for a walk after, yes, after dinner. Cool. Now, hope you guys understood what is German sentence and what is vocabulary. Okay. Now I can start the interactive sessions. I'll ask you few questions to you. Now, can anyone give synonyms for happy? Arrange this. Play is dog, the. Yeah, that's good. Now can you see the formal versus informal verbs. Formal in the sense used in writing. Okay, that is formal word. Informal, used in speaking. In English, we use different words depending on the situations. Formal words are used in exams, meals, and presentations. Informal words are used in daily conversations. For example, instead of saying kids in formal writing, we use children. Similarly, buying becomes purchases. In formal English, learning this head, you can speak appropriately, right? Okay. Descriptive vocabulary, that is, words that describe people, place, and things. Descriptive words make our sentence more interesting. Instead of saying the food is good, we can say the food is delicious. For example, the weather is nice can become the weather is pleasant. These words improve creativity and expressions. Now let's see the action words. That is words. Words that show action. As you guys know, words are very important in day-to-day life. Words are because they shows actions. For example, jump, run, read, and write are actions words, right? Instead of using simple words, we can use stronger words like the sprint instead of run or whisper instead of speak softly. This makes communications more powerful. Now let's see the emotional vocabulary, that is words that express feelings. Emotional vocabulary helps us express our feelings clearly. Instead of saying, I feel happy, you can say that I feel disappointed or I feel upset. This helps others understand our emotions better. Then for the academic vocabulary, that is, words can be used in for studies. That is, academic vocabulary is used in exams, essays, and presentations. Words like analyze, explain, evaluate, and compare are commonly used. For example, instead of saying tell, we can say describe. This improve academic performance, right? So now let's see the short notebook for the vocabulary that is made of personal word list. So students can guys should keep a notebook to write new words daily. Write the word meaning and one sentence. For example, word achieve, meaning to succeed. Sentence, she achieved her goal. This helps in revision. Then you can see the using dictionary effective efficiency, learn pronunciation and meaning. A dictionary helps us understanding meanings, pronunciation, and usages. So should not only see the meaning, but also learn how to use the word in a sentence. Now let's see the word of the day. That is learn one new words daily. Learning one new word every day is very effective. For example, word brilliant sentence. She gave a brilliant idea, right? So this improves vocabulary slowly and instantly. Now let's see the visual learning, that is learn words using images. Visual learning helps students remember words easily. For example, seeing a picture of a mountain shape, which is mountain, let's remember that word mountain. This method is useful for beginners. Okay. Now let's see the listening practice. Learn words by listening. Watching English movies, songs, or news helps improving vocabulary. Students can just learn pronunciation and snatch from. So, sentence connectors. Words that join sentence. Connectors And but because they helped ideas, for example, I was tired, but I finished my work. In jumble sentence, connectors help identify correct orders. Then time words in sentence. Words showing time. Words like yesterday, today, tomorrow help in arranging sentence. For example, yesterday I visited temple. So what is the right sentence? Yeah, sounds good. I visited the temple yesterday. So here, place words in sentence. Words showing locations, right? So place words like here, there, school, home, help, structure, sentence. For example, playing, park, in, children, be. And is the right sentences? The children are playing in the park. Okay, now let's see the sequences in words. That is first, next, then. These words show order of actions. Example, first homework I finished. So now guys just tell the answer. First, I finished my homework. That is the right answer. Good. Now let's see the spot there. Find mistakes in sentence. So students just listen, identify incorrect sentence and correct them. Example, he go to the school. He goes to school. This improves grammar accuracy, right? So next practice, that is combine all learning. Just practice different types too. Like weekly, finished, she, were, her. Here, what is the right answer? Yes, she finished her work. She finished her work quickly. That is the right answer. Okay. So guys, we just came to now the end of the session. Now I would like to conclude my presentation. Today we have learned about vocabulary and general sentence, which are very important for improving our English skills. Vocabulary helps us to understand and use words efficiently, while understanding the jumble sentence helps us to arrange words correctly and form meaningful sentence. Both of these play a major role in communications, whether it is speaking or writing or listening, whatever it is. We also learned about different types of vocabularies today. So, such as listening, speaking, writing, and reading vocabulary, and as well as how each one of the importance in our day-to-day's life. We discuss synonyms, antonyms, homonyms, prefix, and suffix, which helps expand and what knowledge of words. We also understood how contextual learning makes it easier to learn new words without memorizing. In addition, we explored simple strategies like reading books, watching videos, and practicing daily conversations to improve vocabulary. In the second part, we learned about jumble sentence and how to arrange words using proper sentence structures, right? So we also practice activities that improve our grammar and work logical thinking. These skills are very useful not only for exams but also for the real life communications. So by practicing regularly, we can improve our confidence and fluence in English. Learning English is not difficult if we practice step by step every day. Small efforts learn to big improvement. I hope the sessions helped you in understanding the topic clearly and easily. Thank you for all your listening patiently. Have a great day.